Well, mama, this is Blab
Fuck off.
with your boy,
Don't call yourself your boy.
Ruben.
No.
Hey, your boy, Ruben. How's it
Fuck
going?
off.
With me as
Fuck
well.
off.
The A and
Fuck
Joe.
off.
Alexander Beltman.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. I'm gonna read the question for this one. God, what a good topic we have this time. This is actually off the Jar Reddit again. This week we had some good suggestions on the Jar Reddit.
He stinks of fucking farts, Alex.
Who stinks of fucking farts?
Argyle.
Argyle the
He's
corgi.
down to the left of me.
I'm getting it now.
He's so gross. I don't like him very much, Alex. He's loud and he smells.
Speaking of Argyle, the name of this person's question for this episode is Argyle's missing balls. They're in the know. They know he's had his operation.
Yeah.
He no longer has balls. Based on your opinions on numerical rating systems, what do you think of people like Anthony Fantano's use of such a system? How about Angry Joe? Do you feel like people who use it have a specific way of selecting these ratings, or is it just more or less of a feeling, for lack of a better word?
With Fantano, I feel like he has actually got kind of like... they're always reasonable and they always make sense in relation to others for me. I get like that's how he feels about it. Yeah, it's consistent. I get it. You know, I mean, sometimes there are things that surprise you. You may be shocked, like, oh, he liked that, but he didn't like that. But I guess it just must be, like we said about earlier, the last part we did was a music one, so I guess he didn't like the sound of it very much.
Yeah.
And also didn't think it was very good.
Mm-hmm.
One I can think of, with Fantano, a Travis Scott album called Rodeo. He liked that. He gave it a 7. And then there was another Travis Scott thing that was released shortly after it. Gave that a 3 because he said it just sounded like the leftovers of the other one. But then, you know, I was surprised by it because I thought, well, he liked that, but he didn't like that even. Oh, okay. But, you know, that's, I guess it's just how he must have felt about that one. There is always going to be a level of feeling because it's an opinion.
Because that's what it is.
That's what it is, yeah.
What about Angry...
With Angry Joe, I feel like he just plucks it from the fucking sky because, like, let's see think about what he said about Suicide Squad. He liked that, didn't he?
Yeah, he loved it.
And BVS, he loved that?
I feel like he was more mixed on BVS. It's quite...
Which, his way of reviewing it's... Honestly, I find Filthy Frank's reviews and just his way that he's like, oh, this is my thought on this, just to be fucking retarded, some of it. So, what the fuck are you talking about, Joe? What are you talking about?
Did you mean to say Filthy Frank?
No. I didn't mean to say that. I realised afterwards, you didn't say Joe just then, but carry on because you're angry. I fucking hate Angry Joe. Fuck you.
He's watching and he's very upset, Ruben.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say Filthy Frank. It was just because we were talking about him a second ago before we started, or I was fucking talking some bullshit about him.
I guess the number's supposed to encapsulate your overall feeling.
Yeah. I guess it's a quick way of people kind of understanding how you felt.
And I guess if you use one, you do want it to be consistent so you can compare
keeps farting. That's disgusting.
I'll go. Why is he chewing that thing right there anyway?
I'll go. What's this? What's this?
Why didn't we close the door anyway? Throw it and then he might go for it. He's just perched on the fucking mic. Oh.
I don't care. Yeah. On your feet. Get out of it. Smelly boy.
I hope the noise of him going was picked up.
He stinks. He stinks of shit and farts.
He smells lovely. He smells like a teddy.
He smells of shit and farts, Alex. Johnny Angry Joe. His opinions are stupid.
No, we're talking about the rating system.
Okay, well, the way he rates it, it's like... The problem is it always has to be something to back up the rating. And the problem is with his ratings, I always think, like, they're so meaningless because his opinions that came before them, they're so, like, just fucking derived from nowhere. Like, what are you talking about? What are you on about? Mm-hmm. Oh, Suicide Squad. Fucking great. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? I have a real bone to pick with Angry Joe and his shit reviews.
Have you got something against the man who can climb anything, Ruben? You got something against him?
No, I like Spider-Man.
Oh, no, we're talking about DC's Spider-Man on the same level of popularity. The man who can climb anything.
Climbing man.
What's he called? Slutnut.
Yeah.
Slitnut. And then, of course, you got...
Slutnut.
This is Katana!
Did you say slutnut already?
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Her blade traps the soul of its victims, Ruben.
But when you say katana, I think Cortana.
Yeah. Cortana!
In Halo 4. Cortana. Oh.
I think people on the net are a bit obsessed with rating
Yeah.
Systems, numerical ones specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, it's because it's the quickest way of knowing, like,
yeah.
the feeling is not to read anything, listen to anything,
yeah.
watch anything.
It just becomes a problem when it's like the only thing that people look at. At GameSpot, IGN, any of them, when they have a number, that's all what the comment section is about. Can you believe that 7 years ago they gave this game this number,
Yeah.
but now they gave this game this number? What the fuck, IGN?
Well, you see, the thing there is that it was a different time.
It was a different time. It was probably a different editor. It was probably...
There's a lot of things. Like, IGN's review of Star Wars Battlefront 2 was very silly back in the day.
Was it? I can't even remember. What did they say?
They didn't like it.
Oh yeah, they said it was terrible.
Yeah, and they were like, no Star Wars fan would like this. Every Star Wars fan loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw one that was like, wow, I'm really upset that they gave Final Fantasy 15 like an 8 point something when they gave Final Fantasy 13 like a 9.3 or something. I'm really angry about this one, lads. Gonna put it in the comments, and that's gonna change a lot.
I'll be honest. I think the feeling I feel about 13 is still like greater than the feeling I feel about 15.
Really?
Just because of the time. It's literally just because of the time.
What would you give them out of 10 then? In your Ruben rating system?
I give 15 like a, strong 8. I give 13 like a pretty similar to me. I give them pretty similar scores because they kind of do what each one was meant to do fairly well. They like one thing does one thing better than like the other. Like 15 has like no storytelling, but 13's story is shit. And there is storytelling, but it's poor. I don't know. They both do different things. Whatever. I don't know. I just like them.
The thing about rating systems is that the longer your one exists for and the more things you've reviewed for it, the quicker it falls apart. Because then you get into a system where it's like, well, they gave this thing this number, but then 2 years later they gave this thing that number. So that means they like that other thing more than this thing.
It's just hard for me thinking about 15 and 13. I find those particularly difficult. When it's games that I just like, I'm like, yeah, I just kind of like them.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
don't want to say anything positive about 13. You'll trigger some people in the comments.
I think 13 is like a fine game. It's lacking in some areas, but it's a fine game. Maybe if it wasn't called Final Fantasy, people would have liked it more.
Yeah, I think that's fair, probably. See, I've just embraced how fucking like stupid Final Fantasy is. So like,
Yeah, that's it for me. I just don't care. I'm not going in expecting certain things. I'm just like, whatever.
yeah, I'm expecting to see a Chocobo,
I'm expecting,
Phoenix Downs.
I'm expecting Phoenix Downs. I'm expecting good music and interesting areas.
And at least
big,
one
cool
huge
enemies.
slut.
Yeah.
So rating systems. What other rating systems even are used on fucking YouTube? There's the other one which is like giving things kind of like a school rating system. So you're giving it an A, B, C, D.
That's quite a good one.
I think that causes a lot less kind of fighting in some ways.
Yeah.
It's something about the numerical thing that really grinds people's gears. I don't know what it is, because for some people, like a 7 out of 10 isn't a good score. 7 out of 10 isn't good enough. Despite 7 out of 10 actually being quite positive. What is that, a mosquito?
Yeah, I might kill it in a minute.
Yeah, you should. We're nearly at the end, so you can kill it once it's over. Well, yes. Would you consider a 7 out of 10 a good score?
I've just been, I'm on the episode of Breaking Bad with The Fly.
Are you actually?
I'm actually on that episode, yeah.
Good episode.
Yeah.
Directed by Ryan Johnson, I believe.
Anyway, what?
Do you consider a 7 out of 10 a good score?
Yeah.
So you're
If it's
unlike
something-
most of the internet.
If it's something I was already interested in, like with a movie or an album, if it's something I was interested in already, then it's like quite likely that I will I'll like listen to it or watch it.
See, the problem is like everyone tailors their numerical rating system to the way they do things. Some people start with a 0 and gain points. Some people start with 5 and go either up or down. And some people start with a 10 and take things away.
I don't even look at it. I think if I was anything, I'd probably start with 0 and add points, but I didn't think about it. I just kind of like, I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
And I go to a number or an area, between like two numbers.
Yeah. And you kind of can start to predict what certain people are going to give things. Like you said, Angry Joe earlier. Like with Angry Joe, if the game is longer than like 10 hours and is an open world game and has a ton of content and it's like not full of microtransactions. And
Say it's like a 10 out of 10 maybe.
Yeah, it would be like a 9 or 10, like for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's some big controversy around it. It's like quite predictable after a while. I'm fine with...
I was going to say, I must sound like a big Fantano fanboy.
Is it landed? Fuck. Did you get it?
Dunno.
Someone fucking zoom in and inspect it.
It basically is just that episode of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
It landed right in front of me then. And it's really pissing me
Yeah.
off. And you don't seem to give a shit.
I don't care about bugs and stuff.
It's going to contaminate the meth.
Oh yeah. He's a particular man. That Walter
he is.
what? That Walter what? Walter. That's a Walter.
Shut up.
Yeah, there was something else I was going to say, but the fly distracted me.
I
then I was
was talking about Fantano, and then because I was going to say I was a fanboy. I don't know what you were saying because I got distracted by it landing right on my shock mount.
Well,
Because he does the like I'm feeling and he does the strong to light
yeah,
number.
yeah.
I mean that's a very good way of scoring things there. I quite like that way. I like it a lot. Actually, it's good. Or just a solid.
I know what I was going to say.
He
now.
says it's a decent, isn't it? It's a light, or a strong, or a decent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I value like a 30-minute half in the bag discussion between two people, like Red Letter Media.
Yeah, I
More
like
that has no real. They would just normally end it just as a way of capping it, saying, "Would you recommend this film? Yes or no?" Where it doesn't really matter. No one's there just to see that bit.
And it's
They're there to see the
yes.
bit before.
It's like yes if, yes but, no
Yeah.
if, no but. That's basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, it's
really
still
the
their
best
thing.
way to actually get an idea of whether you'd like something is to actually listen to other people talk about it.
Yeah.
That really is the best way.
Yeah.
Or if it's somebody you know and you trust their opinion, or you kind of know, I kind of align with them, I'm quite likely to like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend Kieran, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
he likes rap music, but he likes stuff that I don't like, and I like stuff that he probably doesn't like. And we both kind of know when one or the other won't like a certain thing, so we just say, oh, I like this, but I know you probably won't really, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I still trust his opinion on other things. But we both, you get a sense, don't you, of whether one of you likes and one of you doesn't like. Yeah.
Opinions and taste.
You got to listen to people talk about it.
That's the
Yes,
best
okay.
thing. That is the best thing. So make sure you subscribe to Angry Joe and Other Joe and Delrith, or whatever he's called.
Make sure you put your finger in your nose for a bit. Left hand, left nostril.
No, double it up. Yes. Yeah.
I have a...
One eloquent way to end the Blab. Ruben, take us home.
About a handsome little fox, something. Well,
No.
dump.
No, I meant end the episode.
Splendid little...
I didn't mean sing a
Little
song.
grease and whip and charm. Well, ZPD's dump.
I'm waiting for you to take us home, Ruben. I'm not pressing anything until you take us home. Oh, I'm zibbidin, zabbidin, zubbidin, zabbidin, zeeboo. Take us home.
Let's go home.
Is that how you want to end it?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, I'm actually going to end it now.
Sweetness. Oh, mercy.